Hi! Today I'm going to talk to you guys about CBG, but first I'm going to do a little recap on the previous videos. So what we know is that we all have an endocannabinoid system. Anything with a vertebrae has an endocannabinoid system. This endocannabinoid system is composed of mainly two receptors, CB1 and CB2, and they all kind of go throughout our entire physiology. And we know that CBG, as of right now, we know that CBG doesn't technically bind to either receptor, but it acts as a defense against FAAH so that that compound doesn't break down our bliss molecules and anandamide and 2-AG, which helps our body maintain homeostasis or balance. So that brings us up to par basically. And so what I'm going to tell you guys about CBG today is that it is the precursor to almost every cannabinoid in the cannabis plants. So that includes marijuana and hemp. Unlike CBD, CBG actually binds to a receptor. It acts as an agonist for the CB1 receptor, and it binds to the orthosteric site at the CB2 receptor. So we know that the root word of ortho means upright, which is also which is also in line with like orthopedics, which has to do with our bone structure and keeping us standing upright. So what they have concluded through these studies, specifically that I've seen at Johns Hopkins and NIH, is that CBG can help with bone growth, which is really phenomenal for people who cannot have calcium for a variety of reasons, because it tends to be very harsh when it is introduced as a supplement form. So providing that CBG continues to prove its safety and efficacy, this could be monumental for people who have bone growth disorders, or really just to expedite the healing process of any kind of bone disease or breaking of bones and things like that. CBG does have similar properties to CBD in that it does help alleviate inflammation. It's an antioxidant, it's an anti-tumoral, so that it helps slow the rapid increase of cancerous cells once they become present in the body. And it has been used for focusing. The science and studies out on that are a little bit swifty, but I personally use it for focusing. If I know that I'm going to be sitting down in front of a screen for a while and I want to kind of, chop through everything, I will take some CBG oil. Many people have been using CBG for their stomach issues like autoimmune disorders because of its binding ability to the CB2 receptors, and as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, there are high concentrations of CB2 receptors found in the gut. So when you have an autoimmune disorder that's usually inflammation based, and CBG being an anti-inflammatory can really help, has been shown to really help alleviate a lot of symptoms associated with these problems. I will put all the links to these studies that I'm referring to below in the description if you guys would like any more clarity on that. Please let me know. I would love to find out more if you have any kind of specific questions. But CBG is one of my personal favorite cannabinoids because I do feel that it helps me focus, contrary to what you're about to see in the bloopers and my inability to focus. I usually take it before I sit down at the computer and need to really zero in on some work things, and I really truly feel like I'm able to accomplish those a little bit quicker than I would without it. So I am a big fan, and I have several people that use it on their day-to-day and have found a lot of relief with it. So that's really all that I have for you guys today, and I look forward to coming back and talking more about another cannabinoid. So stay tuned for more. Testing, 1, 2, test. But first come first curve. So that you're up to par in case you just started watching. So thirsty. I find that it helps me focus, but I'm doing this video and I clearly can't focus, so it sounds made up, right? He does act as a... Come on, get it together. Get it together. Antifungal. I didn't say anything about that. That sounds made up. Probably because it is. Let's do that one more time. Take 150. Anyways.